Hello and welcome back to the Critically Clueless. I'm TheMonk, and today we're going to be doing another review. This review is on Dragon Quest Builders 2, which has just hit Game Pass and popped onto the old console. So this is a block building role-playing game with a charming campaign. Team up with your fearless companion and gather the required skills to become a fully fledged builder. This game has been developed and published by Square Enix. It's currently on the Switch, the PlayStation, the PC, and the Xbox. And it's an interesting one because it will currently set you back anywhere from £40 to only £12. It depends how or where you're buying this game. It can be a bargain. It could be a little bit more costly. So let's get into this and talk about my thoughts on this game. So first off, for anyone familiar with this kind of genre, it's very much like a Minecraft kind of dealio. However, this is Dragon Quest. Now, I recently reviewed a Dragon Quest on the channel. Dragon Quest is a massive franchise. This is the second Builders version of this franchise. I played the first one. I've played this one now too. My daughters also played both of the Dragon Quest Builders themselves. I feel that this game is marketed more towards children. I think more so than the main franchise. And so while I'm doing my review, the score kind of reflects, just how friendly it is, towards kids, how user friendly it is as well. Because, like I said, I think if you're going to market a game towards kids, it has to be user friendly for them as well. So the basic idea of this game is you take over a character, you get to customize them yourself. It can be a boy or a girl, and you can customize that character a little bit, change their hair color and stuff like that. The tutorial mode kind of like is straight away at the beginning of the game. It's very easy, very straightforward. And it actually played really, really well. It was a good kind of like intro into the game. Once you complete that, you get a nice little cutscene as well. I quite liked that. And you go to, say, the first island. The island that becomes your island. And you kind of learn some more ropes. And eventually you get to another island. And so on. I think user-friendly wise, again, my daughter currently is 7. She played this game with no problem whatsoever. My biggest gripe about this game, however, is the fact that there's no voice acting. Now, this is a beautiful game. It works absolutely amazingly. I had no frame rate drops, no crashes, no dashboards or anything like that. It's a really well put together game. The mechanics within this game are pretty simple. For the life of me, I'm not really sure why a giant hammer only does 1 damage, whereas, if you use a wooden stick, for instance, it does considerably more. Or you can upgrade to a sword and an axe, and as you go through the game and you level up, you'll unlock more items for attacking and defending. But you do have this absolute gigantic mallet, and if you try and hit people with it, it doesn't really do that much. And I think for the younger, people trying to play this game, they don't kind of understand why that is. But I do think that the voice acting, because there's so much text in this game, there is a lot of text. There's a lot of story. It's a good story. The dialogue's great if you read it all through. However, if your child can't read on their own, they're going to be asking you to do it, or they're just not going to understand what the story is. I think that that's something lost in this game. I think that considering it's Square Enix, considering it's not exactly a cheap game, it's a very well built game. I think maybe that they kind of should have included a good amount of voice acting, or at least a little bit anyway, or maybe remove some of the text. I don't know. The building itself in this game, though, is really straightforward. It's not too overcomplicated. I think Minecraft obviously has creative mode. Dragon Quest Builders, it doesn't really have a creative mode, but it is really simplistic. You can dig down around 2 blocks. That's kind of your radius. You can't dig down much more than that. You can create a few tunnels and stuff like that, and you can build basic rooms and upgrade your village. And the game holds your hand all the way and teaches you how to do it. The combat is really simplistic as well. It's pretty much just a button smashing as you go through this game. It does get a little bit harder. You can upgrade your weapons. I've mentioned that before. In fact, I think the crafting system in this game is really good as well. I think it's all laid out beautifully. There's no real confusion. It's all there on the screen for whoever's doing it. There's even little pictures of the icons, for instance. Like I said, my daughter's only 7. She managed to play this game perfectly fine with pretty much no help whatsoever, once shown the ropes. So I think for that basis, this is a kid-friendly game, which I'd recommend, giving to the kids to let them have a little go at it. For adults, however, I think this game's in depth enough to hold your attention too. Now, like I said, I've played Dragon Quest Builders #1. I quite liked that. I jumped on this too, and I quite like it again. I think that this #2 is a huge upgrade on #1. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed #1, but it was missing a little bit. And this they built on it. They really flushed out what was good about that one, and they've improved upon it. And they brought it up to modern times as well. I think that the controls aren't anywhere near as clunky, and I just think that the game kind of fitted in really well with what it was trying to do. The game also has a survival mechanic, so you can get hungry, for instance, and you have to eat. You need to scavenge for food. You can grow food as well, which is quite cool. You can have like a little farm. You can grow different types of stuff on it. And I kind of really like that kind of mechanic. You can also day and night cycles as well, so you can find a nice bed to rest. And of course, the more you rest, the more health you get again. So the little mechanics that are in this game are really cool. You've got really good survival mode or survival mechanics. You've got gathering mechanics, you've got building mechanics, and you've also got some really good fighting, and it plays out really well as well. I think that this game has been very well thought out, and that's why I've given this game a 7.5 out of 10. Now, honestly, for me, the voice acting on this game really knocked it down that peg. Could this game have got an 8 out of 10? Absolutely, possibly it could have, but it did lose, a couple of points for not having voice acting, because at the end of the day, I do think this game has been marketed more towards the younger audience, and I think that because this game has so much text in it, and it does have a lot of text, I think that they kind of missed something there. But I've been TheMonk, and we have been the Critically Clueless. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We currently have 95% of all viewers not subscribed, and we are officially on the road to 3,000 subscribers. So do us a massive favor, hit that subscribe button, and if you have any thoughts on this game, if it's a game that you've picked up, maybe you're just coming into the franchise, or maybe you're a massive fan of Dragon Quest in general, let me know your thoughts on this game and the franchise, and I'll do my very best to make sure that I'll get back to each and every one of you. Take it easy, and I'll catch you later. And if you are still watching this video, thank you very much for doing so. Comment down below red bananas, just for every other viewer that hasn't watched all of this so far. They get all confused in bizarre mode. So that's again red bananas, guys, and thank you very much. I will catch you in the next video real soon. Keep being awesome. Take it easy.